He's starting. All right, guys. Welcome, 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 everybody, to the first community meeting for Amaretto in 2026. As you guys know, we took November and December off for the holiday season. The dates, it was just a crazy time, and we were thinking we don't want people to have to feel like they need to be here. So we postponed those. So we're going to get the ball rolling in 2026 with our first meeting today. So let me be the first to officially welcome all of you. Today we have Miss Josephine Cooperstone. If you don't know Josie, she's the owner of Amaretto, the sole owner of Amaretto. Then we have two of our scripters. We have TM Sauce and Lecture Lock, our dynamite scripting duo. And we've got some design team members here, Chronic Stonage and Nashville, or Bucket as most people know him. So let me just say thank you to them for being here, guys. We have a lot of stuff going on, but it's really, really important for Amaretto to talk with you guys and be available for you guys. So we miss talking to you. So we're certainly glad to do this. I have a bunch of stuff that I want to cover. So the way this usually works is I get through all my announcements and everything like that, and then we open it up for things that you guys want to talk about and questions or problems that you guys might be having. So we're just going to continue to use that format. And like I said, it's been a few months since we've done this, so I got a lot of stuff to go through. We hope that, first of all, everybody had a wonderful holiday season and that they're staying warm and safe during this crazy weather that a lot of people are experiencing right now. I know several people who have been without electricity and things like that. So we're glad that you're here. Since our last meeting, we've had two limited editions that were released. We had the 2025 Christmas editions, right? The chocolate mousse. And I wanted to take a moment just to talk about those and what came from those. If you didn't know, the horse was hiding a candy cane aura, which you can see on the wiki. The canine had a Yuletide face marking, which you can also see on the wiki. Then we had ponies had a Yuletide face marking, which you can also see on the wiki. Wow, somebody's really been doing this wiki. Then we have a peafowl candy cane aura that came from the peafowls, which you can see on the wiki right there. So that's everything that came from the Christmas edition besides the eye that passed. So how many of you guys either got one of those or have seen those out in the market? Awesome, awesome. So some of you guys did. Great. The Dragon Knight LEs, which I think were absolutely stunning. We had those that came out. And hiding in those, there were two different things, right? There was brand new dragon horns, which if you haven't seen those, check those out on the wiki. And they pass saddles. So those were a twofer. If you haven't checked those saddles out, you can do that on the wiki as well. So lots of hidden stuff that you guys got in addition to the LEs. I wanted to see if you guys want to give us any feedback on the Dragon Knight LEs or the Christmas editions. How did you guys feel about those? Did you like them? Did you love them? Anything you guys want to share with us, we'll gladly listen to. You absolutely love both of them. Awesome. You want more dragon horns? Those horns were really pretty. You got both traits. Very nice blaze. Very nice. Steph liked them both. I thought the chocolate mousse was really, really cute. I don't know how long a lot of you guys have been breeding, but we've been doing this Christmas legendary or limited editions for like 16 years. It's hard to come up with something new sometimes, right? I mean, you could only do Santa and Rudolph so many different ways. So I thought, and the moose was actually a design submitted by a breeder. I don't remember who it was off the top of my head, but somebody had sent me a picture and was like, "Hey, make these," and now we have them. They're really, really cute. I posted the wiki link in there, Megan, that you can click if you want to see the new dragon horn. Let me paste it again if you haven't seen it. There you go. So that's lots of new stuff. And in addition to that, we had a bunch of breeding challenges going on. So I wanted to talk about what breeding challenges we currently have running, right? So the horses, we had the breed to fall leaf brandings together could get you the fall leaves aura, right? And then we also had for the month of January, if you bred two silver bridles together, you could get what? Who knows? Anybody know? That's right. Silver reigns, right? So we got a new reign. And guys, that is, let me just double check. I believe that's on the wiki as well. Yeah, here it is. Here is the silver reign. So, guys, whenever you hear, excuse me, a new trade is released and you want to know what it looks like, if there hasn't been a connection done on it, check the wiki. I'm trying to stay super on top of that. So always just check the wiki. If and as always, if you find something missing from the wiki, it's just a real quick, hey Ava, I am, or if I'm not online, drop me a note card. You can file a ticket. Let me know that something's missing and I'll get it up there as soon as I can. All right, chickens. We had two breeding challenges for the chickens. If you guys didn't know what these were, it was breed two malachite legs together to get a shamrock sweater and breed two Azure Favorolis together to get a cobalt vest. And both of those are on the wiki as well. Welcome back, Lumia. Canines had three different breeding challenges, right? You had the breed two red bandana noses together, the breed two loony leg hot rods together, and breed two of any two into the wild canines together, right? And so they had the following, and all those are up on the wiki. Ponies had three different challenges. We had breed two snugglers together, breed two pink rose crave star goldens together, and breed a murky wing to a milky wing. All right, so that's everything that you could have gotten from those. Ducks also had two. Since the last meeting, the second one was discovered. Guys, it was breed two hardcore tail colors together to get the cobalt vest and breed two shamrock legs together to get the shamrock vest. Peafowls had three different challenges that are still ongoing, right? It's breed two scarlet bow ties together. You could get a cupright leg. Breed two Java Peafowl Kellys together to get a Kelly sweater. And breed two cerulean gems auras together to get the cobalt vest. So there is that. And then in addition, when we released the Dragon Knight limited editions, we also gave all the other animals another breeding challenges. And that was a little bit different. We said, hey, breed these together to get some galaxy eyes, right? So this counts for canines, chickens, and ponies. Anytime you breed two constellation eyes together, I'm sorry, and ducks. The only one that's a little bit different is peafowls. So canines, chickens, ponies, and ducks, you breed two constellation eyes together, you could get a galaxy eye. I do not have all those galaxy eyes up on the wiki yet. And the peafowl, it was anytime you breed two peafowls with splatter eyes together, you could get a galaxy eye. Okay. And then we told you breed these galaxy eyes together to get a surprise. One was found, right? I think it was a chicken. There was a galaxy chicken that was found. So, I mean, if I got to just come out and say it, guys, breed those galaxy eyes together to get a. Who wants to finish the statement? Nobody? Thank you, Abraham. A galaxy coat, right? So that is what happens, right? A chicken. So how many of you guys are breeding galaxy eyes or breeding four galaxy eyes or breeding galaxy eyes together? Okay. All right. So a few of you. I expected that this would take you guys a little bit longer because usually when we say, hey, breed these two eyes to get something special, we've been breeding those eyes for a long time. This is something new and different. We told you how to get the eye and then take the eye and breed it together to get something special. So I am expecting that we're going to see some of those other galaxy animals very soon. It's any two galaxy eyes on the canines, chickens, ponies, and ducks. Peafowls are splatter eyes. All right, so that's a lot of breeding challenges that we've had going on for a little while. And before I open up the floor, I do want to say that I think you guys are ready for new challenges. That's fair, right? You guys ready for some new challenges? Okay. I thought that you guys might be ready for some new challenges. So, in the next few days, we're going to be working on that, and I hope to have some challenges ready for you guys very soon. That I do have some special announcements that we're going to make at the end of the meeting, but I do know that you guys are ready for new challenges and look forward to that. Yes, the constellation is going to be ongoing. That will not change. Um, Another thing that I want to talk about is ARU classes. Guys, if you're not aware, ARU is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. and Saturday at 11. Last year, we did announce that we are going to do a graduation. We are still trying to get some more graduates. So I need everybody, if you have not graduated from the ARU, to log in to your ARU progress page. And if you have less than 4 classes, please get with me so that we can get you those makeup classes because we would like to see you graduate. Now, if you have 15 missing classes, if you have 10 missing classes, if you have 7 missing classes, that would not be fair to teach all those classes when people have been showing up and waiting and waiting and waiting. But if you're missing less than 4, please, please, please get with me and let's see if we can get you graduated. Because the more the merrier, right? So, and the classes are really short, guys. They're 10, not even 10 minutes long sometimes. And the teachers are great. You can meet other breeders. If you know somebody who's new to breeding, be like, hey, let's go check out the ARU class. I've had people that have been breeding for 10 years go to one of the classes I was teaching and say, oh, wow, Ava, I never knew my horse did that. I never knew. So please, if you're just missing a couple under 4, let me know. Um, Another thing that I wanted to address was the Cupid Crazed Showdown. Now, guys, we've been doing these contests probably for over 2 years. And just about every time I do a contest, I do it the same way, right? I say, here is the dates it has to be dropped in. Here is the rules of what you have as far as trait goes. And every contest, I have people trying to send me horses and note cards and registration and stuff. Guys, registration does not open until the days around the contest end, right? So the final drop day is February 8th, 2026. So if you sent me your horse, it could get lost in my inventory. If you sent me your registration, that could definitely get lost in my inventory. So please do not try to send me anything until I post, hey, registration is open and here's what you need to do, okay? So your horse could have dropped on January 1st. That is your contest horse. That is fine. But you cannot send it to me until I ask for it or I give you directions on how we are going to set up the contest. All right. Any questions about the Cupid Craze Showdown? Yes, they have to be fully grown by the time registration. So with the Amaretto animals, right? Everything's full grown at like 6 days, 7 days. So you do want to birth it, right? They don't have to be full grown by the 8th because I usually do like a week for registration. But if it drops on the 8th, you definitely want to birth it. Angie, I'm not taking questions yet, but we will address that. All right. So another thing that I wanted to remind everybody of on my list of things is I wanted to remind everybody how to submit a suggestion to Amaretto. There are several different ways to get in contact with Amaretto if you want. Let's name a couple of the ways, guys. You could file a ticket, right? You could post on the forums. You could put a note card in the mailbox at any store or at the main store. You could IM or message us directly. You could send us a note card. There are like 52 different ways that you can get a hold of us. So no one should feel like I don't know where to go, or if they need help, they don't know where to go. I think there's even like manager boards at the main store that shows when we're online that you can click. So there's no reason that no one should be able to find help if they need it, right? There's the website, there's the wiki, there's YouTube videos, there's the ARU, there's the group, there's the moderators that'll help you. There are so many different tools that we've given you guys. So if you have a question, it is important that you speak up and ask that question, versus you heard so and so say so and so said that if you breed two black walkers, you could get a charmed. I mean, I don't want you guys out there believing crazy stuff because people like to put crazy stuff out there, right? All right. So that I think is, let me give you guys an update on the update, right? So we have been working very hard on the update. Some of you guys may have taken part in the screen showing that Caden, he had once done when he was modeling the horse. A lot of that has continued with animations, and there's a lot of moving parts, guys. So we have been hard at work on that. There is no update date I can give you. We've never done that. Amaretto's never been a pre-saler either, right? I think that's really not cool for breedable companies to do. Take your money and then 5 months later you're still waiting for the breedable. We don't do stuff like that. So we are currently still working, right? I think Josie may throw a shoe at me. As far as 8.0 horses go, I think we're about good to go on the Sculpey horses. And now we're going to be focusing just most of our time on the mesh horses, right? Because there is a big difference. So a lot of things that you guys are issues, things like broken auras and things like that, we've already taken care of those issues and fixed in our testing. So now we got to make our mesh horses be amazing too. So that's what I'll tell you about that. And Josie didn't throw shoes, so we're still doing good. All right. So I know you guys have lots of questions. So let's go ahead and open up the floor. Feel free to get on voice and speak or type. I want to hear from everybody who wants to talk. Let's just be respectful of one another and let everybody have an opportunity and a chance to say or ask whatever they want to ask. So what do you guys got for us today?
Hi, Evelyn. Do you have any idea when you'll be bringing the new, the horses we use for the points, when there'll be new Haven horse coming out?
Usually a New Haven horse, it's accompanied with a horse update. I can't think of a horse update that we've had in the past, I don't know, 6 years that we didn't also have a Haven horse. So definitely check for a Haven horse when that update comes out. When
Okay.
No problem. Haley, when you have tried racing horses the day before and go to train it again the next day, it often says you cannot train this horse again until tomorrow. Could this be? Racing is completely going to be overhauled, Haley. So the way it works right now, throw that out the window and it's going to be a completely new system. So I would anticipate that that's not going to be an issue anymore. Are the 8.0 horses going to have racing traits? There's definitely, like I said, or I was saying just a second ago, everything you know about racing, throw it out the window because it's going to be all new. So you're gonna have to wait for how that's gonna work, Livy. You would love to see the big bad wolf pass their paws to your Clydesdale. Big bad wolf. Are we talking Ellie? I'm gonna have to look that up. Okay, so Halloween. You mean the fluffy feet? All right, so here is the link to that. All right, so you guys like the fluffy feet.
Well, I can address the question about the designer horse. We did something a little different this time. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. We did something a little bit different this time This time I picked my favorite, and we've already picked the favorite. Let me post it to you. We're already working on it. Chronic's working on it. Caden's working on it. Let me get you the link. So this is the winner that was submitted by Luna Barrick. And like I said, we're already working on that. Look for that very soon to be coming out.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Josie. So congratulations to Luna, and that is the the elephant horse that you guys should have in your hands pretty soon. Thank you to everybody who submitted. A lot of the designs were absolutely amazing, and I know that Josie had a difficult time choosing which one was her favorite. I can't wait to see this. I think it'll look really cool and different. We don't have anything that's even in this kind of lane. So, can we loop back around to questions further up? No, Mimi. Traits will never be meaningless. We will never take a trait away from you and say, no, 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 that's not a trait anymore. Thanks for breeding. But yeah, no, we're never going to do anything like that. So nothing will be pointless. And like I said, I can't give you guys details on the racing system yet. Although we have worked it out and we are, Lex is riding and racing his horse every day. Like I said, I can't give you details on how the racing traits will work or how racing will work. But I do know that if your horse has a racing trait, when you update it to 8.0, you will be able to race with it and you will not lose anything. But the whole system is going to be completely different. What were some other questions that you guys had? Is it too late to? No, you can submit an idea at any time for a horse on our forums under what trait do you want to see next? We take suggestions all the time. Sure, Kelly, peacock question. Yes, none of those breeding challenges have ended, but they are ending. So, guys, get those breedings together because they will be ending as soon as I'm ready for some new breeding challenges. A bone jangles duck. Did ducks not get a bone jangles? Maybe they weren't around when we did that. I don't think that's a completely. I think that's completely possible.
As for pairing birds, the birds are 1-to-1. So really, there's no reason why you need to pair birds. They are 1-to-1. So they've never had it and they never will.
Well, I think depending on how you set up your breeding, That wouldn't be an issue either. Liv had a sweet idea for albino horse, an Appaloosa one. Bone Jangles zombie and demon minis. That's a cute idea. I know you guys like the Bone Jangle. Sick horses being sent to Haven. I don't know that you'll ever see that, Crystal. Set them out with some pet food for 3 days and go ahead and send them. Future breeding challenge, breed a Bone Jangles with a mini. Yeah, you never know. That could happen anytime. We do try to give you guys what you want. Can we get an Appaloosa albino in version 4.8? Well, we could. Now, whether or not you will, I don't know. 25 pack healing kits.
Yeah, I saw that. I ignored it. So you don't have to post it again.
Oh. Anybody having any issues with any of their breedables? Like technical issues? They have a problem? I know over the weekend, SL was doing some crazy stuff, and I saw a bunch of people had some duplicated stuff. That's no fault of yours or ours. I don't know what the heck they were doing over the weekend. Yes, Abraham, that's correct. Waking up the ponies is a good idea. No problem. I want you guys to ask all the questions so then you have an answer and you know rather than just guessing or assuming.
Hey Ava,
Yeah.
are we going to have a even I know some of us are peacock people and are we going to get like the heaven peacock?
Yeah, I definitely think in the future there'll be peacock haven peacocks that you guys or well, they're sanctuary peacocks that you guys will be able to trade in points for.
Because I have so many points and I'm tired of using the rubber duck, get the duck and the chickens.
Yeah. Cocaine to wake up ponies? Maybe not. Tiramisus, I don't show one trait when clicked for stats, but you can see the trait when you turn on the text. Okay, so this is something that we've talked about several meetings before, and I'll go ahead and say it again. There is a known issue that the hover text says it has leg green sock, but when you click the bundle and you hit stats, it doesn't list it. If you come across any bundles that you own like that, or you purchase a bundle like that, you will want to file a ticket and send those bundles in so I can fix them. So that way, when you click the stats, oh, the leg is there. When you birth the horse, that it has the leg. Now, I'm not saying you need to go home and search through 700 bundles to see if you have any like that. You certainly can if you want to, but if you just happen to find one when you're rezzing out looking for a challenge or something like that, just file a ticket. All you got to do is send it in. Super quick fix. I send it right back to you and it's good to go. All right. You've noticed a lot with older version birds hatching them into a newer version. They fight you on gaining vigor. They are fixed with a ticket, but it seems just to be the older nests. What do you mean fight you on vigor? Are they over 85% and just vigor's not gaining? Or they're not even over 85%? Vivacity. So you're having a hard time keeping their vivacity up 85% so that they do gain vigor? Is that what you mean? Okay, I haven't seen that, Lamia. Did I answer a ticket for that? That's not a known issue. But if it happens to you again, please let me know and let me come over there and take a look at the settings and all that good stuff and maybe get TM and Lex involved so we can take a look and see what's going on.
Yeah, I did do one. What was it, last week for Lamia? As far as the bird shots not working from the Christmas gift, she will need to register with the website and file a ticket. That's the only way to get the issue handled. We don't do any kind of support outside of the ticket system.
Yeah, it's really important for us, and it's a great record keeper of what we do. And when you have two people like me and Josie working on tickets, I can look back and see what Josie's done. Josie can look back and see what I have done. That's why it's so important to file a ticket. So I can say, oh, wait, Abraham's Dazzle horse has been duplicated 5 times and he filed a ticket on it. What the hell's going on with this horse? And we can figure it out. That is why it's so important for you guys to file a ticket. And that is why the first thing we say to you guys is, please file a ticket. Yeah. How does chocolate mousse come from dragons? Nothing comes from dragons for Amaretto. Dragon horns came from the Dragon Knight limited edition. And I posted that. I'll post it again so you can see. Again, guys, just looking on the wiki will give you an explanation of what it is and where it came from. Yes, always blame Ava. That's a safe bet. Anybody else having issues with any of their... I do want to say that I know in the past week or two, some people were having some lineage problems. All of that should be corrected by now. So let me know immediately if you try to use your lineage and it doesn't work. I do believe that we found the issue and that has been corrected. No, Laura, they won't. So yeah, like I said, we've corrected that issue. If you're still having if you do encounter a problem, please let me know. So I have a question. Just rapid fire off your hip here. What are some things you'd like to see from Amaretto during 2026?
Ava,
Yes.
going back to the lineage thing, if you look in local, this is the error I am getting when I try to get my lineage.
Right now?
Yes,
Because I
I
believe
just
it's...
did it.
Okay, let me see. All right, hang on. Let me take a look.
Which lineage is that? Is that horses or
Yep, that's the horses one. All the
horses?
other ones
Okay.
work, just the horse one. That's what I get when I do the horses.
Yep. Okay. Let me see here. Let me
I
keep
will
that.
tell you, I will tell you, we are having an issue with the horse lineage, and let me tell you why. Because that is the ginormous, biggest database that we have.
Yep.
And with the amount of information, even though, there's a lot more information that could be shown, just because we have such a huge, huge, and I say huge again, database of horses, we're having to look at that. We're still trying to bug fix. So just be patient with us. If you let us know, TM or Lex or Ava or I can go in and reset it, and it'll work again until it doesn't work again. So we're trying to figure out a fix for that, and that's why it's happening only with the horses and None of the other ones is because the horse database is so huge. So
Okay.
Statistics.
Try it now, Davina. I did kick it, so you should be able to use it.
It's statistics, Josie.
Nope.
yeah.
Really? Okay. Let me get with you
Alright.
after the meeting. All right, Abraham, we're not going to do monthly qualifiers for the other animals. We will do some more breeding challenges, though. Just because with some of the smaller animals, it was like a month wasn't long enough for you guys to even get everything. So we would be pushing out new content. You had the whole month to breed for it, and nobody got it. So that's why we moved to the breeding challenges for those. But there will be new ones. Is there any chance of pairing menu or object repeat? No, Crazy Bee. That's what Josie was talking about earlier. Birds are 1-to-1, so don't put them in groups, basically. Let's see. More stuff with the birds, mostly peacocks. Yes. You'd be interested in a shorter birth recovery time for females. And for the reason why those are set the way they're set is it really helps us control kind of the flooding of the market with mass breeding. And we've done it different ways with different animals. So the horse will not be changing. I can probably say with 100% confidence.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's been the way it's been since the beginning, and it's not gonna change. Yeah.
Would it be possible to have longer names when you're naming a breedable? What is it now, TM? How many characters? 36, I think.
Yeah, 36 is the current limit.
And that was a Linden Labs hard limit at the time.
There were some technical issues with it at the time, yeah. Now I think theoretical maximum's like 127. But yeah, we never really changed it. It's just been 36 for 15 years.
I would like you guys to keep in mind who want these longer names that staring at a wall of hover text already makes you want to drool. And if we make that any longer, I don't know, guys. Yeah, I don't know. But
There's also
that's a
the
great
fact that if
suggestion.
we made them longer and people just start saying Amaretto Bundle over and over in the name, yes, my wrath. Let alone Avis.
Well, I know when I'm at a market and I look at a stall that's got 100 bundles in it, that's overwhelming just to look at that with all the hover text on. So adding to that, I don't know that that'd be something that you guys really want. Sure, Neil. Why change it? Any other questions, guys? Longer names will help. It's hard to find them in inventory if you don't have a spreadsheet. I don't agree with that, Wildfire. If you use the lineage and you use the search by description option in your inventory, all you got to do is slap that UUID in there. It's going to pull it right up. You don't even have to look for anything. Keeper Haven. We've been doing this a really long time. I've seen people who methodically make spreadsheets with UUIDs and offspring and this and that. I've seen other people who don't know the mother from the father, and people have had success both ways. So I think it's just finding what works for you. Like, I'll tell you, for me, when I was breeding a lot of horses, I did dates, right? So I would pick up all my bundles for January of 2021, and they're in a folder that say January 2021. The next month was February, so I picked up all my bundles in February, and I did February 2021 and all my bundles that I bred in February in there. So, well, I find it by using the lineage. Miniature Overos. Those would be cute. Those would be cute. That sounds like a breeding challenge, Lamia. You can't store them in boxes and look for them. You can keep them in your inventory. I do that by the name, Mammy. So if it's a new trait that's out, like if it was a dragon horn, I would name it dragon horn, and then it goes into that month's folder. And then when I need a dragon horn, I can find it. Now I know you can't put every trait, but I'm only going to put the ones that are important. Like I'm not going to put is it long, or is it an upright long? Is it this? Does it have a ruby eye? I don't do that. I just what's most important about the bundle, that's what I'm naming it. Yes, and we would love for you guys to be able to search through everything through the lineage. But as it stands now, the problems we're having is because the database is so big. Now we want to add more information to it. Hopefully this is something that with the update that could change a little bit, but we'll see. We're still working on some ideas and things like that. Well, okay, we'll take a look at that. Not working for you now. Okay. Any other questions, you guys? Suggestions, questions, praises, complaints? We take them all. Don't be shy. Sure, Critus. Thank you, Kelly. PTO. Yeah, no, we've had the suggestions of horses walking beside you for a while now. We hope that, yeah, that's something we can give you guys. I don't know if this was ever asked, but is there a reason why Frisians are unable to get traits like, because we gave them the Frisian mane and tail, there's a couple of different, it's the Norwegian that always has a roach mane. Just some breeds we've done that way, and others we haven't. So mini mystique's a nice idea. So I would think a Parisian with a normal mane would be really similar to like a Felponi almost. Well, maybe Felponis are a little smaller. Walker with a normal mane. All right. Well, guys, are you ready? You already got
Real
one.
quick, I have a question. Who said something about riding the minis or the minis? You could ride the horse to have. Was that you, Chloe?
Chloe. Yeah, it was Chloe.
Okay. Um, I do believe, and I'm verifying that because I remember doing this. I do believe you can ride a mini. Now, it's a really kind of funny looking animation. Your legs are really high up in the air. You basically look like you're riding a mini horse. But I do believe you can ride the minis.
No,
So
we just
that is
we
a
just
that is a
checked. You can't.
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
You can't?
no.
But we did put that animation where their legs are really the animation that
That's for
your legs
Shetland,
are.
I think.
Is it a Shetland? Well, we used the same animation, I
Yeah.
thought.
I think we did block it because
Okay.
there was a
Well,
problem.
remind me later to knock you and Lex over the head then. Never mind, Chloe.
We'll need to double check, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it is blocked.
There might have been an animation issue.
All right. So you got one surprise out of Josie. Are you guys ready to get a surprise out of me? Okay, so I did talk about the other Amaretto animals will be getting new breeding challenges, but I figured you guys would be way overdone with the fall leaves aura, correct? All right. So this will be starting today. So you guys are going to have the jump on everybody else till I get a connection out. We are going to discontinue breeding the 2 fall leaves brandings together to get the fall leaves aura. And I'm going to give you guys another breeding combination. Are you ready? This is going to be really difficult for you guys. Breed together 2 horses, any 2 horses with a loony leg heart. All right. That is your next challenge for the horses. Any 2 with a loony leg heart. You're happy with that one? So, I will be posting a connection and letting the rest of the world know, but you guys have a little bit of a jump start. I don't care if they're Shetlands, Frisians, Clydesdales, Minis, Fell ponies, as long as both parents have a loony leg heart, you're on the right path. Okay. Any questions about that? Face marking hearts? I don't know, Logie. You got to breed them together and find out. All right. So, again, thank you guys all for coming today. We will do this again. Our next community meeting is going to be February the 24th. February the 24th at the same time, 1 p.m. Thank you to Josie, TM, Lex, Chronic, and Nash for being here today. I appreciate it, you guys. And I hope that all of you guys have a great day. And thank you for being such loyal customers to us. If you have a problem, please, please, please do not be afraid to reach out.